Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu and today we have another everyday makeup drawer. So essentially we're going to go through everything that I've been using for the past month, tell you my thoughts, some new, some old, and then we're going to go and pick out some new makeup, which is the exciting part. It's usually at about the halfway mark if you don't want to watch this, but you do get good reviews, little speed reviews here by me going through all the makeup that I have used. So if you do like this video, I'd love for you to like it along the way. It really helps with boosting my video in the algorithm, and let's go into it. So before we pull the drawers out, I am going to go through the items that were standing up, which is my foundations, a setting spray. So I use this one a lot from NYX because it is summer here in Australia, and so this was a really nice option to spray down and set the rest of my makeup. My Illusion, Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. I'm actually wearing this one today. I really want to finish this one. It's almost like one that I just want to kind of keep in because I know there's not a lot in here. I'm going to lose my color soon, or my summer warmth. So I think I'm going to keep this one in again for the third time because I am at that point where it's almost finished, and I would love to have a finished foundation rather just sitting in my drawers until next summer because this is the shade Ivory. I also have the shade Shell, which I use in winter time. So I think I'm going to keep this one here. Be very exciting to finish because I'm almost finished my project pan too. To finish 2 foundations would be very exciting. Here I have from Too Faced the Born This Way. This is the matte version. And I have the shade Porcelain, and I wore this one a lot too, but I used just like one pump for my whole face because it is a full coverage. But this is really good for me for work because I am really oily, and this is a matte foundation, so it just helps with long wear throughout the day. So I really enjoyed that. And honestly, these like real glowy products, they've been hard. It's been so humid this month. This is Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation in 2N. And I picked this because it's got more of a yellowy tone, which is good for me right now in summer. I did wear this a few times, but not as much as the other ones, just because it's super glowy and it's been very sweaty here in Australia. So those are my foundations. Actually, I think I had another one. Yes. I also have the Bare Minerals Matte. And I did wear this one a few times as well. I feel like I wore everything pretty evenly. I've got the Golden Ivory 07. So this one is a little bit darker for me. But right now I can definitely use it and get away with it because it matches my chest. I really enjoyed using that one too. It's definitely one of my favorite powder foundations. I highly recommend it. And now I'm going to pull out the drawers and go through the drawers. There's no particular order anymore because it just gets super scattered by the end of the month. But here we have the Rose Ink Cream Bronzer in Kawaii. I love this. This is actually a cream to powder, I realized. It's the perfect shade Kawaii if you have fair neutral skin. It's got a little bit of warmth to it, but it's not yellow. It's beautiful. And it's really natural too. It's not heavy. Like, you know how the NARS one is heavily pigmented? This one's not too pigmented. It's just stunning. The Nakia Joy, what's it called? Velvet Finishing Powder I used a lot because it's so hot. This really patted down my oiliness and I really enjoyed using it. The Revlon Skin Lights Bronzer is one of my favorites. I really enjoyed it. It's a little bit darker for me, so perfect for summertime in the shade Can Tan. The Chantecaille, I think it's Blur Glow Powder in the Lotus Perfect, which I think it's the same kind of powder that they do a lot, but with just a different collection. Really pretty. I'm wearing this one today too. I do not use this when I need to heavily powder. This is more if I'm going out for lunch and I don't need long wear, or something where I just want a dust of powder but it's still blurring and glowy, but it's not for long wear, that's for sure, not for my oily skin. I use this concealer from Urban Decay, the Quickie, the most for sure. 20NN is my shade. I really love this one. I only need a tiny bit because it is quite full coverage. But it's really nice because it sets and it doesn't move around when I'm all sweaty. This I didn't really use. I said I was going to, and I certainly lied about that. This is the Ultra Matte Gel Liner in Burnish. I absolutely love this, but I don't always have time to do a gel liner. But it is something that I do adore. I'm just trying to finish up my MCO Beauty clear brow gel, so that one stays, as well as, actually that's more Project Pan. I'll put that one up there, and that lip liner too. I just kind of keep, because they're good shades for every day. The Colossal Curl Bounce, it's very average, but I might keep it in because I'm trying to finish it, and then I'll pick some other ones to put in. Then we have the Milk Hydro Grip. I used this so much, I'm actually going to keep it in. You can see I've almost finished it. It's just been perfect for me for work because it's long wear. And I had never used this, so I've used all of that. I used it a lot. So I'm going to keep this one in and actually just finish it. The e.l.f., I don't even think I used this once. In a video I used a different corrector that I was testing. So I haven't even used this. That's really bad. So I might even keep that one in too to give it a try. I've just got to remember, I don't always use color correctors. This one was beautiful. DB Cosmetics Illuminating Beauty Wand in Melted Rose. Really, really love this one if you're Australian. It's more on the natural side. If you like highlighters but don't like how heavy they are, this is a really natural one. And then I have the One Size Secure the Sweat. I use this quite a few times as well, but I found this one just super easy because it was quick pump, whereas this can get a little messy. So when I was in a rush, I did reach for this one a little bit more, but I do love them equally. This one I didn't use at all because it's too sweaty. So this one I think will be more of a winter primer for me, so I'm going to put this one back. And then I did finish a little sample. This is the new Rose Inc soft matte foundation. I got the shade 5N and I really liked it. It's a really thin formula, more of like a medium coverage. If you have oily skin, really, really nice. Let's do the mascaras first, I think. This is the one I'm wearing today from Colourpop. This is the Act Natural Defining Mascara in brown. So I wore this quite a lot. I wore all the mascaras pretty evenly. If I had more of a warm brown makeup look, I would wear this one. My Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara is a love. I love this one. So that's a solid everyday mascara. And then I always have to have a tubing mascara. So this is the DB Cosmetics Center Stage Curl and Volume Mascara, which I really like. My other concealer that I had was the MCO Beauty Instant Concealer in Ivory. This one was a good summer shade for me, so that was really good to get some use out of. So I'll pop that one back. I don't want to do lips just yet. Let's do these. What was this color? Antique. I didn't use this one much. Did I? No, I didn't. I'm going to put it back. And then the Stila in Moray. I wore this one quite a lot. Is this? I think this one's in my Project Pan, actually. Let me put that in there. But I definitely didn't use this, and I definitely didn't use this. I haven't been good with liner lately. This is the Kind Collective Liquid Liner. It's like a quill. It's really good, but I didn't use it. This is the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. I wore this a few times. A really pretty color. I just think it's perfect for some of these shades. The Colourpop, it looks like I hit pan, but I didn't. I just smushed it. This is the Super Shock Cheek in Chiffon. I just pressed too hard and it looked like I hit pan, but I've just shifted the product. I used this a couple of times. I didn't use it a lot because I have a lot of glowy cheek products. So I didn't need to add this on top. I'm pretty sure I wore this over the top of this one because this is a soft matte beauty wand in Cosmopolitan Blush from MCO Beauty, which is a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury. But it has a really nice matte finish, so putting this over the top was a really nice pairing. And then these are all cheeks. So the Rare Beauty in Grateful, I think I wore once. It's just a very intense color. It's just, I knew it was going to be pigmented, but it is like so pigmented I don't know if it's even usable. The Melt Cream Blush in Golden Hour, really pretty. I didn't wear this all the time, but when I did, it was a beautiful product. Can Make Powder Cheek in PW40. I'm not too sure what the color is there, but it's a really pretty apricot. It's very fair though. Even light skin tones, this won't show up. It barely shows up on me, but I still like it. It's pretty. I actually layered it over the top of the RMS, which was really pretty. So this is in French Rosé, and it's one of my favorite blushes. So that's got a really nice shimmer. And then this had a really nice warm softness to it that I laid over the top. And then the Hourglass, I think this is Dim Infusion. diffused heat, sorry, which is a really pretty warm summery blush as well. And then we have my lips. So I didn't wear this one. Can I tell you a funny story? My daughter just started kindergarten, and on the first day of kindergarten, she comes into my room, she wakes me up and she's like, I'm ready for school. She had taken this out of my drawers and put it on her face. Of all of these, this is the one she chose. And I've got to say, she did a pretty good job. It was pretty evenly on her lips, but she chose the lip color that is so pigmented and matte and stains, and it was hard to get off of her poor little lips. She was so excited because she sees Mummy put lipstick on before she goes out. She thought that's what she had to do for kindergarten. So I couldn't be mad at her because it was very funny, but I was like, oh honey, no. You're not allowed to wear makeup at kindergarten. Anyway, this is a Feed the Flame. I didn't even wear this, which is really annoying because it's so beautiful. I wore everything else though. So the Ultra 3 in Flushed, which is just a really pretty everyday color. The Lip Vinyl in Lippy, I wore a few times. I love this one. This I wore the most, the Hourglass Phantom Volumizing Gloss in Glossy Balm in Slip. I had this one in my handbag and I wore it at work. So it's hard, you can't measure it, but I definitely wore this one the most. It's such a pretty easy shade to wear. Then I had the Bobbi Brown Luxe lipstick in Italian Rose. This is the one I wore today when I went out. Today is a Sunday, so I went out. Very pretty color. It's like a really nice muted color, but still something. And then lastly, this is the shade Anais from the NARS Claudette range, which is a really nice nude. Because it's all on the matte side, I didn't wear it often, but I definitely did wear it. And then lastly, we have eyeshadows. So eyeshadows is a tricky one. I'm pretty sure I used everything, but not a lot, because of late, I've been a simple gal, I'll be honest. Everything's been pretty simple. Like today I'm wearing the Victoria Beckham with my Project Pan eye base. So really simple eye look that I did today. I was wanting to be more natural. So this I probably wore one of the most. The Bobbi Brown Long Wear Cream Shadow Stick I wore quite a bit. This is in the shade Honey. It's just a really perfect everyday, I just use my finger kind of product. It's just a super easy one and done, and it's a really nice formula. Then I have the Hourglass Scattered Light in Burnish for when I wanted something a little bit more sparkly and warm than the Victoria Beckham. One of my favorite formulas is those Scattered Lights. I didn't use this one, the Kind Collected, because it's purple. I don't often wear purple. I should have worn it as like an eyeliner one day, but I didn't. My two fave RMS. I think I wore them once or twice. I didn't wear them too much. I think I wore this one more in the shade Moon Dust, which is a beautiful champagne color. And then Eclipse, which is a more of a greeny color. Really pretty. I wore Date Night. I actually did use this palette for my most recent like trying makeup video one. I'll have that linked if you wanted to watch it. And me using this, I used 1, 2, and 3. So I only used 3 of the 8 shades. Unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't really reaching for palettes. The Midsummer palette from Alter Ego, and they do really high quality dupes of popular eyeshadow palettes. I have a discount code always linked in my description for this brand. Really affordable but really high quality, and you get these beautiful color stories that the other brands do at like half the price. So this is really pretty. I think I used it more for base shades. It looks like a child has gone into there. But surprisingly hasn't ruined it. But we can see some little evidence there. But this is a beautiful palette. I'm pretty sure I used it mainly for the mattes though as bases. Natasha Denona. I also have a code for Natasha Denona. We've got two Natasha Denona palettes. I really like the new face palette she brought out, but I'm on a no-buy right now. I'm being a good girl, which is why these videos are super handy, because I get to use all the beautiful makeup that I own and I don't feel the need to buy anything new. But yes, Samantha Izundu is my discount code for Natasha Denona's website, but that's always linked down below in my shopping code section. This one I definitely used, not a lot though, the Mini Starlet. Isn't it just so beautiful? Oh, it's so pretty. Then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Desert Haze. This is all mattes. Buttery soft, high quality. I love this palette. And I reached for it, I would say, more for just super nude, natural looks. I have a single shadow from Moira in the shade Venus, I believe. This is exquisite. It's one of my favorite single shadows. The shift is looking really pink here, but it's got a lot of gold. Yeah, that's how it kind of looks. But on camera, it looks like this. So it's a really beautiful, shimmery, shifty topper shade. And then lastly, one of my favorite palettes is the Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona. I use this once or twice, but as you can see, they're more mid-tone to deeper shades, so it's more of a going out palette for me. But I know that I definitely did some little look up here. I just can't really remember it, but I love her. So I'm going to put everything away and then going to pick some new makeup, which is exciting. Okay, so here we are with my powders, my setting sprays and my primers. So I want to pick out some powders first. I think I definitely want something that's going to be really good for setting. I think even the NARS is a really nice option. This is the light reflecting setting powder in crystal. I really like this for setting every day. Actually, I haven't used this one in a really long time. And that one's new. Maybe we'll go the Essence. This one's new to me, the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder, which is just a really nice pressed kind of option compared to the NARS. For setting sprays, I think I want this one. I usually just pick one because I've also got my Project Pan. This is the Revolution All Day Filter, IRL All Day Filter Mattifying Fixing Spray. So let's pop that one in. And then for primer, I think I definitely want to put in my Kind Collective Blur Perfection Primer, color correcting, soft focus finish. It's really hydrating, but kind of gives your face a soft focus effect. It's not shimmery, but it's just kind of like a really nice, easy primer to wear. I just think it'll be a really nice, easy one to wear. I'm having a lot of issues with my camera not focusing. I'm not really sure what's going on, but sorry if it's really bad and I don't notice. I might do the Australis Fresh and Flawless. This is the See You Later Pore Spot Primer. It's a really really blurring primer, like, you know, that kind of thick but, you know, does the job kind of product. I'm actually going to go in with a third, the Cicapair color correcting treatment. I really like wearing this when I'm not really wearing any makeup, because it actually turns color. So it's green and color correcting, but it also changes color when you rub it in to your skin tone. So I really like that, and so I'm going to add that one in too. Here is the very overfilled complexion. So we have concealer, face powder foundation, face palettes, light to medium coverage foundation, and then medium to full coverage foundation. I think I'm going to add this one in, the Rimmel Lasting Finish. It's a little bit darker, so I feel like this is the last time I can wear this, in the shade, I think it's Ivory, 100 Ivory. So this is the reformulated version that's got skincare benefits. So I'm excited to use that one a little bit. I'm going to put in the Hourglass Veil in number 3. This is just a perfect everyday tint, and it's a really good shade for me as well. A really nice neutral kind of shade. I think I'm going to put this Emco Beauty one in. This is the Ultra Stay Flawless Foundation in the shade Classic Ivory. And I think this is a month that I can still get away with it before it becomes too dark. So they're my foundations. And then for concealer, I'm thinking between these three. I almost want to put all of them in. So this is the NYX Bare With Me concealer serum in shade Light. This is a really nice everyday kind of, but still got a decent coverage concealer. Then I have the Australis Fresh and Flawless Conceal and Contour in Fair. This has also got like more of a medium coverage. I have only used this once, so I'd like to try a little bit more. And then for more full coverage, I have the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer in shade Vanilla, which is a really good shade match for me. Okay, and then face palette. Do I want a powder foundation? I think I do want a powder foundation. The Makeup Forever, I do love this one. I have the shade 1N06. It's such a good shade match for me. So I'll put that one in for those days that I just want powder. For face palette, I think I'm going to put in this Australis one. I've only used it once on camera. And it's got all different shades of bronzers, a highlighter and a blush. So that would be nice to just play with for the month. Okay, so here we have highlighters, bronzers and blushes, overflowing as per usual. I think for highlight, let's do Laura Mercier. I love this one. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 01. It's a really nice, soft, wearable highlighter. It's just got ever so slight shimmer. It's very flattering, so I'm gonna put that one in. And then for cream, I might do the MCO Beauty Champagne Glow, which is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Spotlight. For cream bronzer, I actually was reaching into this even though it wasn't in my everyday makeup drawer. I might put in the Australis Dewy and Daring Bronzer in Soulmate. It is the darker shade that is new to me, which I think would be quite nice to play with. I always had Summer Fling, and you can see that this one's more for fair skin, but I might play with the Soulmate a little bit more. Powder, I think I'm going to do the Nabla Skin Bronzing Powder in Umbra. This is such a pretty bronzer. It's one of my favorites. You can kind of see it a little bit more there. Really, really pretty. And then for blush, I think I want to pick one of these Made by Mitchell blushes. I think I'm going to go Melon Sorbet. They're so pretty and I love them so much. They've got just the right amount of pigment. Love it. And what else am I going to pick? Oh, I really want to put in my New Revolution Mousse Blush. I just got this. I've only worn it once on camera. In Blossom Pink, Rose Pink. It is so pretty. So pretty. So I'm definitely going to put that one in. And I think I'm also going to put, oh no, it's kind of in between, the e.l.f. Luminous Blush Putty in, I think it's Maui. And this is really pretty as well. So that's Maui. Made by Mitchell Melon Sorbet, and the Mousse Blush from Revolution. And then for powder, I think I want Bohemian Girl, I think it's called. Yeah, Bohemian Girl from RMS, which is one of the newer shades. It's the perfect peachy pink. I think I'll put in NARS Behave. Really perfect neutral blush. Really hard to swatch though. You can't really see anything. But really pretty on the cheeks. I think I'll do the Mecca Max Coca Rose. It's a really more like warm bronzy blush colour. Okay, so for all my little in-betweens, we've got brows, eyeliners, lip liners, mascaras, and then single eyeshadows. I'm going to pick out some mascaras. Put in the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Pro Stylist. For more volume, let's go the L'Oreal Pro XX Volume. This one is like when I want Vava Voom. This one's really extra. I'll do tubing. We have the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water Tubing Mascara. This one's starting to get old, so I really need to use this one up. For eyeliner, let's do the e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Eyeliner. I think this is the charcoal. Yeah. I didn't love this from memory, but we'll give it a go. It's not black, it's more like a dark grey. Lip liner I don't touch because that just depends on the lipstick. Same with brows. I've kind of got one brow and a clear brow gel that I'm using already. So let's focus on the single eyeshadows. Oh, what am I going to pick? It's always a nice one. Well, maybe I'll do Charlotte Tilbury, the Pop Shot in Smoky Quartz. I haven't used this one in a while. That's pretty. Where's the Ciate one? The Ciate London in Marbled Metals and Gilded. This is like a really pretty pinky shade. It always looks really nice on the lids. Kind of pinky orange gold. Really nice. And then I think I want this e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Copper Chic. It's like a really nice, I don't know how you call that, like plummy brown. I think I'll put in Strobe by RMS. It's like a perfect neutral. This Laura Mercier Midnight Rose Caviar Stick. Just something really light to balance them all out. But that's a pretty hand right there. Okay, lipstick. What am I going to put in? I really want to put some actual lipsticks in. Let's do the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Beijing. It's a really pretty pink. I want to put this lip gloss in. This is from Kiko Milano in shade number 18. I got this when I was in Dubai. Even that over that would be really pretty. Let's do a cool collagen lipstick from Essence. They've got a nice sheerness to them. This is the shade My Advice. And then the other one I have is My Way, which is a little bit more red, I think. Maybe something orangey. I could just go like a full-blown orange. Fire Breather from Ulta 3 was one of my favorites. So creamy, perfect orange. Let's do that one. Can go over here. I'm going to put a cleanse in. Let's do Raspberry. I haven't really been using these. These I got from Dubai too, so they're quite new. But that's more just like a handbag product. That's too close to that. Let's do my Ultimatte from Maybelline in, I think this is more Auburn. Yes, that's gorgeous. I mean, liquid lipsticks I kind of just reach for if I'm going out. So maybe I'll do this Lano Lips Glossy Balm in Candy for like a nice little red touch. But I have a red liquid lip in my Project Pan, so I'm not really tempted to pick out a heavy red right this second. So I think that would be like a nice soft version, but I'm pretty happy with all those shades. Maybe this could be nice too. The Bobbi Brown Art Stick in Rich Nude. Looks really heavy, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to add it in, doesn't matter. And then lastly is eyeshadows. Eyeshadow palettes, I should say. Probably going to pick maybe 3 because I'm just not using that many. So let's maybe 3 and a small one. Maybe we could. Let's pick a small one. That's pretty. That's a possibility from Ulta 3. I did just create this little one from Hourglass. I do love small palettes. I do. I would really like to put in this Nude by Nature one actually. I can really see myself using that one. This is in the shade Soft Rose. So I'll put this one back. Let's put in this Australis palette. This is like a more fun if I feel like venturing out. But even like these here are really speaking to me. This is in Making Waves. Picked 2 Australian palettes. Oh, maybe a bit of Bobby. I might put in Bobby Brown for just like super neutral. In Day and Light eyeshadow palette. And then maybe like one bigger one. So I've got like 3 smallish palettes. Let's do one bigger one. I've actually really been thinking about the Glamonatrix Nearly Natural. So I think maybe this one would be a good one to put in. I've been thinking about it a lot. So let's do those 4. And then I've got all the single shadows as well. Here's the Nude by Nature Soft Rose palette. Very simple, easy everyday, but it always looks really nice on the eyes. The Australis Making Waves. This really feels like an indie palette. The swatches, the colours, the shimmers, really, really pretty. The Bobbi Brown Day and Light. Bobbi Brown has some really nice wearable shimmers. They're absolutely stunning, but they're not over the top. And then the Glamonatrix Nearly Natural palette. Wow. See, that's shimmer that packs a punch. Stunning. Stunning. Okay, so that completes my video for the month. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!